Hi Capricorn, welcome to your February reading. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Rising, Venus. We're going to be taking a look to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the month of February, see what you guys could be currently dealing with, what you can expect, and of course get some insight with some guidance overall, see what's happening for you guys. Hope you're doing well. If you're interested in following me over on my other social media, I do have Instagram and TikTok, both at Jadestone Tarot. And let's just jump right in and see what messages need to come through for Capricorn, Sun, Rising, Venus in February 2022. What messages need to come through for Capricorn, please? Capricorn, Sun, Rising, Venus. Any messages for Capricorn in February 2022? Hold on. Any messages for Capricorn? We got the Four of Pentacles, your energy coming out. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Okay, the Three of Swords. Okay. We also have the Empress. You're definitely sitting pretty, okay? I have to say, Capricorn, you're sitting pretty. We have the Page of Swords. And at the bottom, we have the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Magician and the Fool coming out, okay? So we do have Aries energy coming through along with Taurus and Libra. We have your energy coming through here with Capricorn. Some air elements coming through, some little bit of earth. So you guys, what I'm picking up on is like first of all, y'all are sitting pretty. I like that. I like that a lot, right? You're just chilling, mind your own business, kind of just hanging back for a bit. You might be holding back from taking action right now, at least. At the beginning of February, you kind of just sticking to what you know, sticking to your comforts, just staying in tune with what feels right to you, right? You're not really taking any crazy risks or gambling or, jumping off cliffs just yet. But, you're kind of just sitting, contemplating. There's a lot on your mind, and you're trying to have a change in outlook or look at something differently. We have the Three of Swords coming out, so there is some sort of like heartache or sadness or just heaviness, which we'll look into and see like what this could be talking about or why you're feeling this way or like how you can move past this. We'll get some clarity on this card, but I do want to say that I do think that you are getting clarity on whatever this heartache is, whatever the issue of the matter is, whatever that's on your mind that's been weighing heavily on your heart. I want to say that it's on your heart. I do feel that you're going to be getting clarity that will help you move forward. Now, at the beginning of the month, you might be having a hard time. You might be actually experiencing some difficulty looking at whatever this truth is. Maybe you're having a hard time accepting the truth of a situation. For some, I want to say with the Seven of Swords coming out, you may have sabotaged yourself or blocked yourself, held yourself back from something, held yourself back from taking a risk or taking that jump. Like I said, some of y'all are just sitting pretty, just staying in your comforts. But I do see here with the Magician and the Fool that there is something that had the potential to start off, or maybe this is something that happens down the line, which we'll get more insight because I'm getting like a couple different storylines here. So the first one I want to talk about is like you may have held yourself back, right, with that Four of Pentacles, because Four of Pentacles can talk about like holding back. And some of you are holding yourself back from, taking this risk, jumping out of your comfort zone, moving in unknown territory because of some sort of heartache or some sort of loss or experience that hurt you badly. And so it's kind of like you're fearful of, moving in this new direction because you're afraid that you're gonna fuck things up, or you're afraid that this is too good to be true. Again, like I'm picking up on some self-sabotaging behavior that might prevent you from fully being able to manifest the life that you want, the reality that you want. There's something that could be preventing you from taking that risk or really stepping into your true emperor energy. So you're needing to have some sort of breakthrough regarding that. Now, another thing that I was picking up on, let me just get my thoughts straight. Because the Magician and the Fool could be something completely new coming in. And you don't have to block yourself from this. You don't, right? And you may not. I think it's just something that you need to be aware of, is like, you have options that are available for you, that you have the choice, you have the power to literally create whatever it is that you want. But some of you are afraid of making a mistake, or afraid that you're not good enough, or again, it's the story that you could be telling yourself. So you really need to be mindful of, like, again, your perspective, your mindset, what you are, your beliefs, right? Your beliefs, you're so certain that this thing that you believe is true, but what if it's not? What if that's just something that you were taught to believe? What if that was some sort of restriction that you put on yourself, because it's clear to me that you're holding yourself back from really stepping into this Empress energy. There's some sort of fear that you are needing to work through, or there's at least clarity that you're going to be getting, but it actually requires you to look at some things. But I don't know right now if you're really ready for that, right? When you do look at this, because eventually you're going to have to look up and see what's in front of you. When you do look at it, we have the Seven of Swords, right? And so in this deck, it does talk about going through, sorting through, what are you keeping and what are you leaving behind, right? So really using strategy, really using your analytical side rather than emotional side. So if you have any decisions, I would say that you are making more of a logic-based decision than an emotional-based decision. Yeah. Now, another thing that I'm seeing here, just trying to get all the messages across, some sort of, again, whatever the root of the matter is, whatever this situation is that's weighing heavy on your heart, I want to say that this is leading you towards a more, how do I explain this? More fertile life, yeah. Like, imagine, you know how we've been having a lot of more, Earth has been having more volcanic eruptions, and it's damaging, it's destroying, it literally wipes everything out that it comes into contact with, right? The lava, it wipes out everything. But then what happens is that ground, that new birthed ground, is extremely fertile. And so I kind of want to say, in some, like, that's literally the imagery that I'm getting, is like fertile ground from volcanic rock, right? That's why, farmers, they risk farming on that land, although it's sketchy and, like, the volcano could erupt and take them out. They risk farming in that land because it's extremely fertile, right? So much can grow. There's so much potential. Anyways, what I was saying is, this heartache or whatever this is, and we'll get clarity on this, we'll dig deeper as to what this is, or what happened, whatever needs to come out regarding this Three of Swords. But I do feel like this experience overall is leading you to more of like a fertile life, right? It's a loss, but it's also a gain in some sort of way. So it's actually quite interesting, the messages that I picked up on. And yeah, let's just jump right in. Let's start clarifying. And I think I might just continue using this deck. Okay. All right. So what should we look into first? Let's take a look into the Three of Swords. Get that out of the way for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Tell me about the Three of Swords for Capricorn, Sun, Rising, Venus in February 2022. What's this about? Can you give me some insight on this Three of Swords for Capricorn in February? Or the Three of Swords for Capricorn. Okay, that was fast. Five of Wands reversed. Okay, so this, I definitely see that you have, like, accepted this situation for what it is. Like, there's not resistance. It's not like you're trying to fight the reality of a situation. I feel like there's just, like, disappointment. Kind of the Three of Swords, we have strength. Yeah. Give me one more or a couple more for the Three of Swords for Capricorn. Ace of Swords, you got clarity, and the Ten of Wands. Okay. And at the bottom, just a quick little peek, we have the Six of Wands, Eight of Cups, Death. So some of you may have walked away or underneath Death, we have the Tower. So we have Scorpio energy coming out twice here. So you may be connecting with a Scorpio, or you may just be... Side note, we have Pluto and Capricorn, right? Pluto's on Capricorn right now, and February is actually going to be a really interesting time, especially for the United States, because they're having their Pluto return in February, exactly on February 22nd, 2022 on a Tuesday. So that's going to be an interesting time. And, you know, United States is a big ass country. It's going to not only affect them, but even worldwide. So, like, I'm not trying to speculate or conspiracize, but I do feel like there's going to be some really interesting kind of transformative energy we're going to see worldwide. So, yeah. Just because that came to mind was the Scorpio energy, which Scorpio is not only ruled by Mars, but also Pluto, and I just thought Pluto is currently in Capricorn, right? So you guys might be going through some really transformative shit, and I feel like February might be kind of tying into that a little bit. And honestly, with the Three of Swords, there are actually 3 individuals in this card, and they're all kind of, like, in it together. So I want to just say, like, Capricorn, I don't think you're alone in this. I feel like there are other people who are alongside with you, or either are experiencing the same thing, or like maybe this is in like family matters or friendship matters, or like people you live with, or people that are close to you. Like, it not only affects you but others as well. And so, like, literally there are 3 people that are just like mourning something. I want to also just throw out there, you know, maybe some of you have recently gone through some sort of like loss where maybe you lost someone important in your life, or maybe someone or an animal or something has passed on, right? Because, you know, there's this whale in this card, and he's dead. Rest in peace, whale. But I do have to throw out there, maybe some of you, this is not gonna apply for many people, okay? Maybe you have recently gone through some sort of loss that was close to you, and I just want to say my condolences go out to you, and I'm sending you my love. And, you know, I just kind of am picking up on that energy, but that's very specific, and just, you know, that's only going to be for like very few people. Anyways, we have strength coming out here. So strength, it's telling you, not asking you, it's okay to ask for help, okay? You don't have to go through these things alone. You don't have to carry all these burdens and baggage all by yourself, right? And you're carrying a lot. There's a lot on your mind. There's a lot on your plate, and yet you're still staying determined to like not quit or not give up. So I applaud you for that. But there is some sort of clarity that you're getting here with the Ace of Swords, which kind of ties in with that Page of Swords, what I was suspecting. So we'll look into that, see like what clarity that you could be getting. Yeah, it's pretty intense. And I also feel like with this Ace of Swords, you're needing to cut out some things that you don't need to keep on holding or carrying, right? Kind of like what I was saying with that. All these cards are tying in with one another, but the Seven of Swords, how I was saying, this is talking about what are you keeping with you and what are you leaving behind as you move forward, right? And so it's kind of like reevaluating what's in your bag, right? What's in your bag, what are just like, you know, trash, what's trash you got to get rid of, some decluttering, right? So that can be talking about a few things. Yeah. So you might be choosing to cut something out of your life. And like I said, some of you have recently walked away or left something behind. This could have been regarding some sort of relationship for some of you. So let's just take a look into this Page of Swords and see, like, what is this clarity that you could be getting for Capricorn in February 2022? Tell me about the Page of Swords for Capricorn in February. Tell me the Page of Swords for Capricorn in February 2022. Page of Swords, please. Now, some of you, like I said, I already said that, didn't I? I was going to say, you're getting a new perspective. I already said that, like, how many times? Oh, my God. Yeah, duh. Tell me the Page of Swords. Like a different outlook. Devil reversed. Capricorn energy. So I am seeing that whatever this clarity is that you're getting or uncovering, you are like freeing yourself from this. Like I was saying with the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Wands and the Seven of Swords, and I was just saying, let me just move this, man. How you are either like I want to say detaching from something, or like something like that. How you're lowering down your options, or not even your options. For some, I guess that's for you. But just like the weight that you've been carrying, even just emotional weight that you've been holding on to. Page of Swords for Capricorn. Summonizing Venus. Some of the Page of Swords for Capricorn. Page of Swords for Capricorn. Justice coming out, Libra energy, along with the Hangman reverse. Yeah. And one more, Ten of Swords. So again, there was an ending that you experienced, and because we had death, we had the Tower, Eight of Cups. So it literally looks like you guys left something behind and walked away from something, or vice versa, someone had ended things with you. But either way, I am seeing that there is a major ending going through, happening here, and it's pretty painful. It's pretty uncomfortable. It's something that you probably didn't plan for, some sort of loss, okay? But as painful as it is, it's also something, again, like, it's positive. It's positive because now you're free from some sort of toxicity. Although you may have love for a person, their behavior is not excusable. Like, they can't continue to keep treating you a certain way. Anyways, you guys, I feel like there's balance being brought to a situation, or you're finally getting your balance back. And with that being said, lessons are being learned, and we have the Hangman reverse. Like, you're coming out of a period of stagnancy, and you're able to come out with this new outlook, this new perspective, this new way of seeing the situation, rather than how you felt about this before. Or for a while, you may have had one perspective, and then I don't know if you have like a light bulb moment, or something just like clicks, or what, but it's like once you free yourself from whatever this toxicity is, it's like a whole blindfold is lifted off, and you can, like, it's like, why am I feeling, I don't know, not even again, like, I haven't even said it yet, girl. What am I saying? Never been in a cult before, but from what I've heard, it's like when you're in it, you don't question shit, you have just like this one outlook, and then once you're out of the cult, what am I saying, bro? I don't even know. I can't. But it's allowing you to break away or detach from the situation. Like, once you take a step back, you're like, okay, I see it for what it is, and I can move forward from this. Chariot at the bottom of the deck, Cancerian energy, literally moving forward from this. So, let's take a look into what you're moving towards here with the Magician, the Fool. Yeah. Tell me about the Fool for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Tell me about the Fool for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Just gonna move it over. Magician and the Fool for Capricorn. What is Capricorn moving towards in February? So this could be like later on, but I do have to just say, like, be mindful of like holding yourself back or self-sabotage or something like that. Like, maybe for some it's like this wasn't even an ending you experienced with a person. Maybe this is just some sort of ending that you are going through, a cycle that you're going through, where you held yourself back, where you were getting in your own way, where you were feeding into toxic habits, addictions, things like that, where you were literally keeping yourself stuck in a situation, stuck in a mindset, stuck in a mentality, right? Holding yourself back. But I feel like for some, like, if that's applying, right? Maybe this is not within a person, this is just within yourself, your own battle. That could be what this is talking about too. So there's a couple different ways we can read this. But anyways, let's take a look into the Fool, the Magician for Capricorn in February 2022. We have the Star, so I do feel like this is definitely wish fulfillment energy. Two of Swords. See, there is that battle. There is that battle. So for some, this is, struggles between you versus just like life itself, versus you versus yourself versus you versus another person, right? That's preventing you from being able to go after or allow your craziest, wildest dreams to manifest. Like, there could be some resistance here, right? So again, that's a choice that you have, but that's going to require a lot of effort. We have the Sun along with the Four of Cups. Like, you could easily hold yourself back and be like, you know what, I'm just not deserving of it, I suck, negative self-talk. I feel like someone I'm talking to, you may struggle a lot with self-talk, That's something that you're needing to work through, okay? That's something that could be illuminated this month. Like, hey, you really need to work on this, or be mindful of the language you're using towards yourself. Some of you are extremely hard on yourself. And again, even falling back into old patterns, old ways, old mindsets with that devil reverse. Because the devil reverse, it does not mean that it's over, it's done with, you're finally broken away. Like, I do feel like that is coming. But if there was no toxicity, or like the temptations of falling into old cycles, old habits, old beliefs, old mindsets, old addictions, whatever, right? Then the devil wouldn't show up at all. Like, upright, reverse, I don't care, the devil wouldn't be here. So the fact that there's still this devil energy just lingering, you need to be extremely aware and very careful not to fall back into old behaviors. And for some, I just have to say, for some, y'all really struggle with like addiction, or drinking, or gambling, or sex, or spending too much money, or like, there's many different forms of like just destructive habits, okay? That may be something that you fall back into time and time again, and then you tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna quit, and then maybe you do quit for a few days, and that's the thing, you count the days. Why are you counting? So that you can go back and be like, well, I was sober for 21 days, for 81 days, for... right? Why are you counting? If you are... I'm not here to judge, right? I'm not here to judge. But some of you, again, I'm going to just stop talking. But again, there's this energy of possibly falling back into old ways. And this might be just like an internal battle that some of you struggle with, right? Yeah. What else was I going to say? I was gonna say something else, and now it has vanished my mind, you guys. Anyways, and I feel like I'm having deja vu. It's so weird. Okay. Did I check the bottom? I don't think I did. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, the Lovers. I don't feel like that really is relating to this, so I'll probably just what do I need to look into, or how can... Let's take a look into the Sun real quick. Clarifying the Fool / Magician. Let's take a look into the Sun. Because the Sun can be talking about, like, illumination. As well as, like, really good times. And, like, happiness. And feeling at peace. And feeling joyful. And being open and receptive. And, like, allowing things to happen. Instead of resisting, right? So talking about the Sun. We have the King of Pentacles. There you go. Taurus energy as well as you guys, right? Earthy energy. Talking about the Sun for Capricorn. In February, we have Judgment, Final Call. Turn out the Sun and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, one more. Okay, Eight of Swords reverse. Okay, congrats. That's what I gotta say. That's really what I have to say, okay? So for those that have been struggling with either falling back into old cycles, or even falling back into an old relationship, one that you know isn't good for you, but you keep some way, some form, they keep reeling you back in, you keep giving it one more time, one more chance, except now you're giving them 5, 10, 20 chances, right? And then you beat yourself up like, oh my god, I should have known, but then you fall back because you think that they've changed, or again, there's many different ways we can apply this to. But what I'm seeing here, so there could be the temptation, the struggle of wanting to feed into it one last time, right? But since we're clarifying the Sun of, like, this illumination here, back to that Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, Devil reverse, right? I do feel like you... Not even feel, I know, I see, like, straight up, not I think, or I feel, like, it's right here in front of me. We have Judgment coming out, so this is a final judgment call. You can either stay in your bubble and stay in La La Land and just keep running on the hamster wheel. Run on that hamster wheel over and 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 over. Or you can be like this guy in the corner right over here and break out of your bubble. But once you break out of the bubble, there's no going back, right? Once it's certain, once you close that door and lock it, it's like you're throwing the key and you're never going to unlock that door ever again. Ever, right? So that's kind of like this choice that you're making. Seven of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This has kind of been in the works or in the process for a while, or like this has been like a journey that you've been on for a while of like trying to get back your power, trying to get back control over your life, trying to make improvements, trying to better yourself, and it's working. It's slow, but to be patient with yourself and that your efforts will pay off. And I am seeing here, Eight of Swords reverse. There we go. There's that energy. You guys being able to see through illusions, being able to see the reality of a situation and recognize, like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to keep falling back into this old habit, this old way, this old cycle, this old story. I don't want to keep sabotaging myself or giving the wrong people chance after chance after chance. Like, you know, I'm seeing that there's a shift. I'm seeing that there's like an awakening here, major awakening. But that's positive, you guys, and that allows you to move forward. And yeah, it just feels like very transformative for you guys this month. Like, it really does. So we're gonna wrap this up with a couple. You guys, I cannot speak. Couple animal oracle messages. Getting any final thoughts, final messages for Capricorn in February 2022. Final thoughts for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Any final thoughts, messages for Capricorn in February 2022? Final thoughts for Capricorn in February. We got the Dragonfly. Yeah, there we go. That's all about changing perspective. Final thoughts, messages for Capricorn. The Bee, and we have another card, Scorpion. Okay, we'll keep that. So we have air coming out twice along with fire. So, yeah, really interesting. Okay, so let me hold up all these cards, actually. Give me a second, okay? All right, I have them backwards. It doesn't matter. So we have the Dragonfly, and the Dragonfly is all about a change in your perspective, the change in your mindset, and it's about an emotional situation, okay? Because we have the alchemical symbol for water, and this card literally talks about, like, your perspective, your mindset, how it literally changes everything. The story you tell yourself, I am not deserving, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve love, I don't deserve this opportunity, I don't deserve a second chance, I don't, like, whatever you're telling yourself, right? Then that's what you simply settle for. That on a conscious level, that is literally what you're settling for. Or you have that change in mind, like, I am deserving, I do deserve fill in the blank, I do deserve love, I do deserve support, I do deserve fill in the blank, right? Then that's what you are settling for. And so when we come down to this perspective that you have about you know, this experience, this loss you went through, this ending you went through, what you're moving towards, you know, everything is changing. Your whole mindset it's developing, it's growing in a different way than you had at the beginning of the month, right? So where you're at right now, as you're listening to this early February, where you may be by the end of February, your mindset may have a completely different switch, or the way you see a situation, or the way you view a person, the way you view yourself is changing, okay? But that requires a lot of work. The Bee, right? The Bee is all about working and dedication and focusing and having that determination and not quitting, not giving up. Obviously, healing is a lot of work, and you can't always be healing all day, every day. You got to give yourself breaks, otherwise you're going to reach spiritual, mental, emotional burnout, and that's going to be exhausting. I mean, like, it requires a lot of strength to look at some of these things, these behaviors, these patterns, these beliefs, these mindsets. It really does, you know? I feel like this month is full of shadow work, full of healing, and you know, it is uncomfortable, and it's requiring you to be honest. It's requiring you to have conversations with yourself, with others who you may be involved with or dealing with, if this is involving not just you but other people too. The Scorpion is asking you to voice your needs, to be honest, and, you know, forgive. Obviously, forgiveness doesn't happen overnight, and forgiveness is not easy, and depending again on your situation, you know, it's almost impossible to forgive. But at least if you can learn to forgive yourself and accept yourself and unconditionally love yourself, and that is a process. And again, that's not going to be something that just you flip your fingers, you snap your fingers is what I wanted to say, and you're okay, I love myself. Like, obviously that requires work. So you've been stung, you've been burned before, and so of course your defenses are up, and maybe you have a hard time trusting or opening up or giving chances. I feel like February is going to be a month that helps you turn your anger into healing your anger, healing your grudges, healing your wounds, healing just a lot. Yeah, and even the way the cards came out, now that they're backwards, it actually makes way more sense. It's there's your energy right now. You're upset about something. There's heavy matters on the heart, on your mind. It's intense. It's emotional. You're holding on to grudges. You're how could this person do me like that? Or even towards yourself, right? This resentment, right? Because the scorpion in this card, it does talk about resentment and anger, and you want to sting everybody that crosses your way or pisses you off, right? And then this is something that you're working through, because the bee is all about working and determination and putting in a lot of effort. A lot of effort to what? What is your end goal here? What are you trying to move towards? Well, you're trying to change your perspective. You're trying to look at things from a new understanding, a new light, a new way. You're asking yourself, is there another way I can view the situation? Is there something that I'm missing? Is there a lesson I can take with this moving forward so that I don't have to stay in this cycle or repeat this over and over again? And so that's what I'm seeing here. February is a month where, I am getting that imagery again of volcanic eruption, right? Emotional. It's even spiritual. It's happening on all levels. It's a shakeup, and it's uncomfortable. And yeah, so some things in your life might be wiped out or destroyed or coming to an end, and it may be sudden, it may be unexpected, maybe it's already happened and now you're dealing with the aftermath. But like I said, it's then that ground, new birthed ground, it is fruitful. There is so much potential, unlimited potential, so it's about your perspective. And yeah, it just feels very intense, emotional, but in a way it will lead to probably the best moments of your life, right? We have the Empress out here, we have the Star, we have the Sun. There's a lot of beautiful cards coming out here that do kind of support hey, Capricorn, whatever you're going through right now, just know that you will get through this hurdle, you will get through this bump, and it's actually going to be better than you ever expected. So try to remain hopeful and have faith. Trust yourself. Be patient with yourself. You're not alone. You're doing the best that you can, right? That's what matters, is that you're just doing the best that you can, right? Be patient with yourself, and I'm sending you my love. And yeah, so pretty intense reading, but you're not the only zodiac sign. I will say it's not just you. There's I don't even know how many readings I've done for February now, right? 9 or something, 10, I think. A lot of the zodiac signs I found in these readings that I've done, it's pretty heavy. February seems like it's a bit of a heavy month for quite a few signs. So I'm just sending you my love. You are not alone. A lot of people are going through some rocky times right now, but just again, this is being shaken up so that something better can come in, so that you can build fresh and kind of wipe the slate clean. So it's gonna be all right. It's all working out for you. This is not happening to you. One day down the line in the future, you're going to understand why, and it's all going to click. It's all going to make sense. But right now, it's kind of just going through that shakeup and needing to just surrender to it. And I am seeing that you are freeing yourself from some sort of toxicity in your life, whatever that applies to. That's good that it's it's good that's finally coming to an end, right? There may be temptations to fall back into it, but overall I feel like majority of you are putting your foot down, saying enough is enough. And yeah, it's a lot, but I think you got this. I know you got this. You're going to be fine. And I'm going to leave the reading here because I'm kind of just rambling on. So if you found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you wish to follow me on my other social media, I do have Instagram and TikTok, both at Jadestone Tarot, and I will talk to you at the next one.